Hi, I'm Bryn. 25 years in real estate taught me one thing. People will smile to your face while plotting to take what's yours. Even family. I was arranging a bouquet of fresh-cut hydrangeas in my kitchen when my phone buzzed with a notification. Another house sold by Emma, my best friend and business partner. I texted her quick congratulations before scrolling through my feed. That's when I saw it. My thumb froze mid-swipe. Holy shit. There was my daughter Taylor in a white dress, beaming next to a tall man in a tux. The caption read, "Just married. Taylor and Marcus forever." My coffee mug slipped from my hand, shattering against the travertine floor I'd installed myself last summer. Married? My own daughter got married without telling me? I called Emma immediately. Did you see Taylor's post? I was just about to call you. What the hell, Bryn? How did this happen? I have no idea. Last I heard, she was dating some finance guy her dad introduced her to. The divorce from Robert was messy. He got custody of Taylor when she was 16. He had the better lawyer and more time at home while I was building my career. After that, every visit became more strained until they practically stopped altogether. Maybe the invitation got lost? Emma suggested, but we both knew better. I spent the next hour going through every photo tagged. There was Robert walking her down the aisle. His new wife. His parents. Even my former mother-in-law who once called me too career-focused to be a proper mother. Everyone except me. I'd worked 60-hour weeks for years, saving every commission to finally buy my dream. A modest but perfect beachfront property in Malibu. 3 bedrooms, panoramic ocean views, and the sound of waves to lull me to sleep. My sanctuary after losing so much. The phone rang as I was pouring my 3rd glass of wine. Mom? I nearly dropped the phone. Taylor? I just saw the photos. Oh, yeah, it was kind of last minute. Last minute? The venue looked booked months in advance. The custom dress, the professional photography. Congratulations, I managed. I wish I could have been there. Well, that's actually why I'm calling. Marcus and I are heading on our honeymoon, and we were thinking, your beach house would be perfect. My brain short-circuited. My daughter, who didn't bother to invite me to her wedding, was now asking to use my house? The house I'd sacrificed everything for? We'd take good care of it. Just for 2 weeks. Marcus's mom suggested it, actually. Marcus's mom. A woman I'd never met was making plans for my property. I still have that spare key you gave me last year, Taylor continued. So we wouldn't even need to bother you. We'll be there Friday. The audacity left me speechless. I hung up the phone, my hands shaking with anger. She wants what? Emma was pacing around my living room the next morning, coffee forgotten on the side table. My beach house, for her honeymoon, the one she and her husband I've never met decided on without asking me. Apparently, his mother suggested it. The balls on these people. Emma pulled out her phone. Let me do some digging. While Emma worked her social media magic, I called my lawyer. Just checking. That spare key doesn't give her any legal right to use the property without permission, correct? Absolutely not, he confirmed. It's your property. You could change the locks if you're concerned. When I hung up, Emma was grinning wickedly at her screen. You need to see this. I found Marcus's mother's profile. Her name is Diane. The photos showed a perfectly coiffed woman in her 60s, dripping in designer clothes and fake smiles. But what caught my attention was a post from 3 months ago. So thrilled my son found a girl with such good connections, I read aloud. The beach house hashtag. Are you kidding me? There's more. Your ex was tagged in dozens of wedding planning posts. This wasn't last minute. I scrolled through months of evidence. Cake tastings, venue visits, dress fittings, all with Robert and this Diane woman prominently featured. She's been shutting me out for years, but this is another level. My doorbell rang. I checked the security camera on my phone and nearly choked. It's Taylor, and some man I assume is Marcus. Emma grabbed my arm. I'm staying right here. I opened the door to find my daughter, looking remarkably like me at her age, standing beside a tall man with slicked back hair and a smile that didn't reach his eyes. Mom, we decided to come talk in person. This is Marcus. Pleasure to finally meet you, Bryn. His handshake was too firm, too eager. I didn't invite them in. Congratulations on your wedding. I saw the photos. Taylor at least had the decency to look uncomfortable. About the beach house. You got married without telling me, Taylor. Without inviting me. Marcus stepped forward. Water under the bridge, right? Family differences happen. Diane thought, I don't care what your mother thought. She's not family. Taylor's face hardened. You weren't around, Mom. You were always working. Diane has been more of a mother to me these past 2 years. That stung. I worked to provide for you, to build something. Like that beach house? The one you never let anyone use? Marcus placed his hand on Taylor's back. We just need it for 2 weeks. Diane said it would be the perfect backdrop for our honeymoon photos for her charity auction. Her what? Taylor sighed. Diane chairs this huge charity. Our honeymoon photos at a Malibu beach house would help raise thousands. So this isn't even about your honeymoon? It's about her social climbing? Marcus's smile disappeared. Look, we're going to be there Friday. The key works, right? Or do we need to get it from you? Emma appeared beside me. I think you both need to leave. Who's this? Marcus demanded. Someone who actually got an invitation to be part of Bryn's life, Emma snapped. After they left, I sat on my couch, numb. I'm changing the locks tomorrow, I said. But first, we need to find out what Diane really wants with my house. Emma and I spent the next day digging through social media posts and messages. We spread everything across my dining room table, printed screenshots, notes, and 2 laptops. Look at this post from Taylor last Christmas. Emma turned her screen toward me. She wrote that you refused to see her for the holidays because you were too busy with your fancy clients. My stomach twisted. That's a complete lie. I sent her 3 texts asking to meet, and she never responded. I scrolled through more posts, each one painting me as an absent, cold mother who cared more about money than family. It gets worse, Emma said. Check out Diane's real estate blog. The page showed multiple posts about Malibu properties, with one featuring a suspiciously familiar coastline view. That's taken from my deck. She's been to my house? Look at the comments! Emma pointed to one from 3 months ago. Can't wait until this gem joins our portfolio. Future family property. #blessed. My blood ran cold. They've been planning this. My phone rang. Robert. What the hell are you doing, Bryn? Taylor's in tears. Hello to you too, Robert. Enjoying playing father of the bride? Don't start. Why won't you let them use the beach house? It's just for 2 weeks. Did you know about their wedding? A pause. That's not relevant. You walked her down the aisle without even telling me it was happening. Look, Diane organized most of it. She thought it would be smoother without you there. Smoother? She's not Taylor's mother. She's been good to Taylor. Unlike you, she's actually present. I gripped the phone tighter. While you were playing happy family with your new wife, I was working my ass off to build something for Taylor's future. That beach house? It was going to be hers someday. Well, she needs it now. Just for the honeymoon. Don't be difficult. Why does Diane want photos of my property for her charity auction? He hesitated. I don't know what you're talking about. You're lying. All of you are lying. After hanging up, Emma called her cousin who worked at the county records office. Can you check if anyone's been looking into a specific property? She gave my address. An hour later, her cousin called back. Someone's been researching adverse possession laws for your property, Bryn. Emma put the phone on speaker. Adverse possession? That's when squatters try to claim ownership, right? Exactly. If someone occupies a property openly for a specific period, they can sometimes claim legal rights. They'd need to stay there consistently, act as if they own it. Like during a 2-week honeymoon that might extend indefinitely? Bingo. There were also searches about California squatters' rights from an IP address registered to a Diane Westfield. After the call, Emma looked at me seriously. There's more. Taylor posted in a private group asking for advice about reclaiming family property from an absent parent. I pulled up emails on my laptop. Look at this. 3 requests from Marcus's email to appraise my property in the last month. They're trying to take your house, Bryn. I grabbed my keys. I'm calling the locksmith now, and then we're setting up cameras. What are you going to do when they show up Friday? I'll be waiting for them, with everything we've found. They want to play games with my life? Let's see how they handle being exposed. The locksmith arrived an hour later. As he worked, I stared out at the ocean. The beach house wasn't just a property. It was my redemption. My proof that losing custody hadn't defeated me. No one's taking this from me, I whispered. No one. Friday afternoon, I sat on my deck with Emma, watching the waves crash against the shore. The security system pinged, showing a black SUV pulling into my driveway. They're here. I stood up, folder of evidence in hand. Remember the plan, Emma reminded me, phone ready to record. Taylor and Marcus walked confidently to the front door, carrying luggage. I watched through the security camera as Taylor tried her key. Once. Twice. What the hell? She jiggled the doorknob frantically. I walked through the house and opened the door, standing firmly in the entryway. Hi there! Taylor's face flushed. Why did you change the locks? Because it's my house, and you weren't invited. Marcus stepped forward, all business. Look, we have plans. People are expecting us to stay here. By people, do you mean your mother? The one researching adverse possession laws for my property? His face went slack. What are you talking about? I held up my folder. I have screenshots, Marcus. Records of your mother looking into squatters' rights. Your emails to 3 different appraisers about this house? Taylor turned to Marcus. What is she talking about? Before he could answer, another car pulled up. A silver Mercedes. Out stepped a woman in designer sunglasses. Diane. What's the holdup? Where are the staff I sent to set up the photo shoot? Staff? I stepped onto the porch. No one's setting up anything. Diane looked me up and down. You must be Bryn. Finally, we meet. Finally, indeed. Funny how you organized my daughter's entire wedding without including me. Well, Taylor mentioned how absent you've been. Absent? I've been providing, working, building something for her future. Diane waved dismissively. A mother should be present, not just providing assets. Assets like my beach house that you've been eyeing for your charity photos? Or maybe longer? Marcus stepped between us. Mom, what's going on? Nothing, darling. Just a misunderstanding about borrowing the house. I laughed. Borrowing? Is that what you call researching how to legally take someone's property? I turned to Taylor. Did you know their plan? Were you going to stay here indefinitely, claiming it as yours? Taylor looked genuinely confused. Marcus said we'd just use it for the honeymoon. While your new mother-in-law arranged a professional photo shoot and researched ownership claims, I pulled out my phone. I've shared everything I found with every wedding guest whose contact info I could find. Check your messages. Taylor's phone was already buzzing nonstop. You had no right. Diane stepped forward. Actually, I have every right. It's my house, my evidence, my choice. I looked at Taylor. And I've made another choice. I'm selling this place. What? Taylor looked panicked. Half the proceeds will go to a charity supporting single working mothers. The other half is going toward my new mountain cabin. Already closed on it yesterday. Diane snorted. No beach access? Not nearly as valuable. It's not about the value. It's about peace. Something I couldn't find with people like you in my life. Taylor stepped toward me. Mom, I didn't know. Save it. The locksmith also changed the locks on our relationship. You made your choice at the wedding. 3 months later, Emma and I sat on the deck of my new cabin, watching the sunset over pine trees instead of ocean waves. Any regrets? Emma asked, pouring more wine. About selling? None. The charity already helped 15 mothers with housing deposits. And Taylor? She's texted a few times. Robert, too, after half their social circle ghosted them over the scheme. I shrugged. Maybe someday we'll talk again. On my terms. I raised my glass. To boundaries. and second chances for ourselves. What would you have done in Bryn's position? Was she right to completely cut her daughter off after discovering the scheme? Or should she have left the door open for reconciliation if Taylor was truly manipulated by Marcus and Diane? Family betrayal cuts deep, but where do you draw the line between protecting yourself and burning bridges forever? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this revenge story, hit that like button and subscribe for more dramatic real-life stories every week. Thanks for watching.